Thank you, Roman, and thank you also for inviting us today here. I just want to welcome you all here on behalf of the EBRD. It's always a pleasure to come to these events. And I would like to maybe share a few thoughts with you also about the genesis of this initiative and what we, as a development institution, we would like to, ideally achieve with this work. First of all, I mean, Roman, you refer to me as a founding father. Thank you very much. Actually, seeing the developments that are happening, almost like, look, I'm becoming grandfather, which is good, I guess, right? So let's put it this way. First of all, I enjoyed very much your presentation. As always, you give us food for thoughts and very interesting insights. And I think part of the reasons why we're here is, some of the slides you showed, basically showing Ukraine in a gray shade. But maybe let me tell you a bit very briefly. There is a big program ahead of us today, very interesting. I don't want to take too much time out of this program. Maybe a few words about why we are here and what kind of inspired us to develop this program. First and foremost, EBRD as a development institution has a very clear environmental mandate, and climate change, addressing climate change, is at the core of this environmental mandate. In addition, we are also an institution, and primarily, in fact, an institution that promotes competitive, effective markets which support growth. And we always seen the issues associated to utilization of energy, to environmental footprint, to sustainability as core to deliver economic growth. So for many years, we've been working in Ukraine in many sectors. Let's say one of the key objectives of our initiatives and work has been very much modernization of the infrastructure, modernization of the industrial assets, creating introducing the technology, supporting the introduction of technology that can help the improvement of energy performance and, in general, reducing environmental footprint. So after having done so for decades and while continuing to do so, the EBRD is a big investor in clean infrastructure in these countries, renewable energy. We were thinking, okay, what is the next step in terms of improving the situation in the country when it comes to creating a stable, sustainable opportunity for growth. And I think we realized two things. First of all, that looking at the the situation in the market, the trends in the country, that first of all there was, and there is of course, a great opportunity for innovation. And the second one, that this is essential to achieve two things. Increase the interaction and integration of the Ukrainian economy with the global economy, with the global value chains. And the second, that this is also a way to provide a clear message to the market, in terms of the potential and the capability of the Ukrainian enterprises. I was 2 weeks ago in New York for the Climate Summit, and I don't know if you followed the conversation there, what happened, all the discussions about countries pledging, taking new commitments, the youth movement, putting a lot of pressure on policymakers and a lot of enterprises, providing new incentives and new commitments. But I think there were key messages there that were very, very important. They are very much connected with what we're trying to do here. The fact that, let's say, in order to achieve change and the pace of transformation required to achieve the objectives that Roman just illustrated, you need strong partnerships. You need strong networks. You need to create, if you like, an alliance between the real economy, the enterprises, the consumers, and the policymakers. So you need to create, an effective and sustainable, if you like, partnership across all sectors of the economy and the society. And I think this is what we are trying to do here. We're trying to create the solutions. We are trying to create the opportunities for accelerating the rate of transformation in the economy. When we looked at this program, I think what we wanted to achieve is, trying to bring Ukraine, in international map for innovation in the climate space. We saw a lot of opportunities. We saw a lot of seeds of innovation, how to say, capacity, and we wanted to play a part, to play a role in this work. I mean, the EBRD, we are not doing innovation. Our role is to give, if you like, a message to the market, provide a clear signal, and also to support initiatives. You do the innovation. You are the champions of innovation in this country. So our role is to support you in these activities. But I think when we started, we really didn't know where to go, right? And so it was a bit of a pilot. And thanks to Roma and Greencubator, because they've been really critical to make this, I think, a success story. But I think what has happened here is that we wanted really to provide two things, a clear message that sustainability goes through innovation, that sustainability and long-term success of a country goes through creating this partnership. And the second message that this is a good place for investors. This is a good place for people that want to not only create sustainable development, but also they want to do it in a competitive, commercial, and how to say, effective way. So I think this has been the key objective of this work. Now, this is also very important, talk about competitiveness, because this is a clear point here. So going forward, what you're doing is not only to create success business models and generating profits for your organizations, but you're also contributing to creating a competitive Ukrainian economy. This program has been possible with the very generous support of the European Commission. We have a representative here, which I thank again for the very, very important support here. But let's say there is a clear message there. The European Union is increasingly focused on climate, on the green economy. It was central in the previous Commission, is even more relevant in the upcoming new Commission. The green agenda is really much central in terms of the European economy. And why this is important for Ukraine? Because the EU is one of the most important trading partners. And in order to trade, to remain competitive as an economy, in a very complex economic landscape globally, this is an area of importance and relevance and priority for the country. So that we are very happy to contribute in this process. I would like maybe to close here with a small final remark. I think for us this was a pilot program in a way. The idea was, again, to create this partnership, these networks. In fact, the fact that we are here today is like coming home, right? This is the hub of innovation in Ukraine, so I feel very much comfortable in this space. So thank you for organizing this event here. But I think what the last message I want to give you is that, let's say, at EBRD, we are increasingly committed to support you in this space. This has been the first chapter of, I hope, a long kind of sort of a trajectory together. So I'm pleased to announce that, let's say, we will continue this program. We still are kind of designing, how to improve it, how to make it more effective. But I think there is one key element that I think we want to introduce. As in this pilot phase, again, our role, our objective was to give a message to you as entrepreneurs, to the market, to the investors. I think now the challenge is how we can scale it up, how we can support you grow, how we can support other companies entering in this space. So for us, I think the next challenge is how to create, the links with the financial instruments, the links with the international investors, the link with the capital market. So this, I think, is going to be very much at the core of the next phase of the innovation voucher program that we're going to, continue and refresh next year. So stay tuned in, and you will hear more from us. But at the same time, I would like to hear from you. I'm very pleased to be here, not only to celebrate. Today is a celebration day in many ways, but very much to hear what you think is needed from the financial sector, what you think an institution like EBRD, but in general, what you need from the investors, what you need from the financiers. So I would really like to have a fruitful conversation in this respect, because clearly as a development institution, we're successful to the extent that we can support you. So thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward for the conversation today. Thank you, Roman.